friends. Welcome to another edition of Yoga for Mountain Life Fitness with Christy. Today we are going to start seated. And we're going to start with just a small meditation with breath. So in Sanskrit, breath is Pranayama. And essentially it means life force. So we're just going to focus on moving that life force in and out. And we're going to do just a little visualization. Really simple. So find yourself in a comfortable seat. If you have a small cushion or a blanket, you can place it under your hips. When you do that, you want to sit right at the edge as if you might slide forward off of the blanket or cushion. And that will help keep your spine in alignment. And before we begin, let's just loosen up our shoulders and neck a little bit. Rolling your shoulders tight up into your ears, even squeezing your head into your shoulders as much as you can, and then on an exhale, releasing your shoulders back and down. And then relax your shoulders heavy. Let your neck roll forward and to the left. And then keep it going all the way around in a big, nice, slow circle a couple times. Notice if you find some strong tension or sensation somewhere, you can hang out there for maybe a full breath cycle to loosen it a little. Start drawing your breath deep down into your belly and slowing it down. And then slowly, gently reverse the direction of your circles. Really exploring the range of motion, letting your head be heavy to encourage more stretch and length in your neck. And slowly make your way back to center. We'll just do a gentle twist to each side. So bring your left hand to your right knee. Inhale to lengthen your crown of your head towards the sky, and exhale to twist and look over your right shoulder. Take 3 long, slow breaths here. We're just kind of loosening up the body and coming into our body, starting to feel the sensations so that when we sit silently for a couple moments, we're not uncomfortable. Exhale slowly back to the center. Give your torso a moment to be still. And then re-lengthen through your spine. Bring your right hand to your left knee. Inhale to lengthen up. And exhale to twist. Bring your gaze over your left shoulder. You know, the whole reason, as you breathe, keep breathing there in the twist. The whole reason that asana, or the yoga movements, exists is to prepare the body for meditation. Way back a long time ago, the men who were practicing meditation and attempting to transcend to nirvana noticed that they felt stiff a lot from sitting, understandable. Exhale forward, back to the center, and then just switch the cross of your legs. And just lean forward, let your head tuck, and just gently fold forward for 1 full breath cycle. Tuck your chin tight towards your chest, push down through your tailbone and roll up, trying to stretch out your vertebra 1 vertebra at a time. And then come to seated. And you want to lean just slightly back so that your shoulders are stacked over your hips. You can rest your hands on your knees or your thighs. And then just decide what kind of assistance you need today. If you are looking to feel more grounded, keep your palms down and you can just gently relax your palms on your legs. If you're looking for a little more guidance or openness to a receptiveness, palms up. And close your eyes for just a moment. You can tuck your chin just slightly towards your chest, not a head forward, but you just want your neck to be long in the back. And start to exhale from wherever you're at. Exhale, big exhale. Push out all the breath out of your body like you're trying to push your belly button towards your spine, and then start to breathe in nice and slow, in through your nose. And for the first few moments, we'll breathe out through the mouth. So when you're ready to exhale, slow through the mouth. In through the nose, nice, deep and slow, feeling your whole body filling with air. And then a big full exhale, pushing out through an open mouth. And start to just continue breathing this way, but start to come into your space and really claim this yoga mat space right now as your own. And start to let the outside world just kind of fall away. The only part of your world that matters for the next half hour is this little bubble around your yoga mat. And start to own that space, come into it. Keep breathing nice and big and slow in through your nose. Even longer exhale out through your mouth. One more like that. Start to soften your hips and thighs. Let your shoulders and elbows hang heavy. And from here we're going to seal our lips. So lips together but teeth apart. So you have a relaxed jaw. Eyes are gently closed, or if you want them open, just don't let them focus too strongly on any one thing. Just a soft focus. And now we breathe in and out through the nose. And see if you can lengthen your breath even longer. Feel your rib cage expanding in each direction. And we're going to start envisioning just a cyclical breath. So your breath will still be coming slowly and going slowly through your nose. But imagine a circle of energy that's coming in through the crown of your head with the inhalation. So it starts at the crown as you inhale and it goes down through your throat and belly. And as you exhale, it comes out through your root and starts to circle forward and up. To again begin the cycle of going in through your crown, down through your head, throat, torso. Exhaling out through your root and envisioning the circle going wide and around, back up to the top. Again, in through the crown, down through a nice relaxed throat, nice open torso. Exhaling down through maybe even the ground, it feels like. And then it circles forward, up, and back around. And keep breathing this way with this circle vision. And if that doesn't speak to you, just start to notice the path of your breath. Feel it coming in through your nose, filling up your body, and feel it releasing completely, maybe even pushing your belly in to get out all the stale air. And as you continue this for the next couple moments, notice if you're holding tension somewhere that's unnecessary. Are you pressing your feet into the ground? Are you leaning forward or back? Can you stack your joints and shoulders on top of your hips so that your back is straight and you don't need to use as much muscle to stay still? Are you holding tension in your jaw? Relax it. Maybe in your eyes or behind your eyes, try to relax that. We'll do this for 2 more long, slow breaths. So see if you can make the next 2 breaths the biggest breaths you've had so far. The end of your next breath cycle, just gently switch the cross of your legs again. Reach your hands in front of you and just find another forward fold. Real easy. You can tuck your chin, let your head hang heavy. Maybe gaze towards your belly if you want to start opening up your eyes. And feel a deep curve in your spine. Stretch your tailbone away from you. And then slowly, slowly start to come back up to center. From here, shrug your shoulders up, back, and down again. And with your hands just resting gently, look to the right. And look to the left. Do that 2 more times in each direction. Slow it down like you're trying to draw a straight line through the air with your nose. And coming back through center, hands on your knees. Inhale to stretch your heart up towards the sky, gaze up and back. Keep breathing, but really arch your back. So you're trying to roll your pubic bone down towards the floor as you reach your heart and chin up towards the sky or the wall behind you. With your next big breath in, stretch a little deeper into the back bend. And as you exhale, start to bring your gaze forward and then down towards your belly. And then roll back. Keep breathing here for 2 breaths. Roll your pelvis forward, tuck your chin, lean back and use your hands on your knees to really just stretch your back as much as you can. Start to feel it in your shoulders. When your next inhalation happens, just slowly roll back up to the center. And then extend your legs long to the front of your mat. And bend your knees so that the soles of your feet are on the floor. And we're gonna do that same motion. If you'll notice, it's kind of like cat and cow. But we'll do it with our knees bent. Hands on your knees or behind your thighs. As you inhale, arch your back up and chest towards the sky. Roll back, but pull forward with your hands so your belly is reaching towards your thighs. And on an exhale, curve the other way. Big, deep curve in your spine, chin towards your chest, gaze towards your belly. Inhale, forward, up, and back. Exhale, looking down, rolling back. Inhaling one more time up into the cow kind of posture with your back and belly. Exhaling like the cat pose. And then come back up to center with a neutral spine. Separate your feet a little wider towards the edges of your mat and bring your hands behind you. And just let your legs windshield wiper from side to side a couple times. Really opening up your legs so your right leg comes up and over to the right, and that pulls your left leg to follow. A couple times in each direction. You can flex your toes to start to wake up your ankles. You should start to feel this a little bit in your lower back. And coming up, over and to the left. The next time you are up and over to the right, let your legs hang heavy. Maybe inch your foot back towards you a little bit. Your legs should look kind of like a swastika is really what it looks like. This is called swastikasana, and we're hearkening back to the days where it did not have a negative meaning. So we're going to work into a twist. You're going to, with your right leg on the ground, try to get your left knee to the floor also. Knees are at a 90-degree angle. And then start to walk your hands over to the right, and you're going to twist over your right leg. Lengthen your spine as you inhale, and as you exhale, twist a little deeper. What we're going for is trying to get our torso parallel to the floor. So your left hip might pop up off the ground. Try to get your hands about shoulder width and keep pulling deeply into the twist. So this is a really good lumbar spine twist, lower back. You want to kind of relax your belly, relax your thighs. Inhale to lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, press your hands into the floor to get a deeper twist. Flex your toes back towards your shins just to keep your legs active, but try to relax your thighs and hips. Take another big breath in here, and then as you exhale, you can walk your hands forward a little and maybe come down. So you can stay upright, or you can start to lower your elbows towards the floor. Wherever you're at, try to keep rotating so that your shoulders are closer to parallel to the floor and ceiling. You can let your head drop for a little bit more stretch in your spine, or you can keep it raised. Take big breaths in and big slow breaths out. See if you can start to relax your hips a little more. Notice if you've come too far and you're starting to grip up and feel tension, back out a little bit. Walk your hands towards you, lengthen your spine, keep re-engaging your torso by twisting. We'll be here for about 2 more breaths. See if you can relax your belly. See if you can relax your thighs. We're going to come out really, really slowly. Walk your hands back towards your body. Let your left hip come down. Bring yourself forward, and we'll bring your feet together again. 2 rounds of the cat-cow posture. Inhaling, arching your back up and back like cow pose. Exhaling, curving your spine, tucking your chin, maybe even trying to reach your nose towards your knees. Inhaling, arching up and back. Exhale, rolling forward, chin towards chest, maybe nose towards knees. Release up, bring your hands behind you. Separate your feet wider again. You can lift up your hips and place them back down just to kind of straighten yourself out. And with your legs wide, let them slowly fall to the left. Left knee comes to the ground, right knee comes to the ground. Legs open up a little bit so that your knee is at a 45-degree angle. I said it wrong. And then start to twist over your left leg. Let your right hip pop up a little, but keep encouraging it kind of down. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale to start to twist. And this is, again, we're going to try to bring ourselves to the point where our hands are on the floor about shoulder width distance. Shoulders are starting to reach over so that they come over your hands. Spine is deeply twisting. Try to relax your lower back. As you pull with your hand, pressing your hands into the ground, pull your torso into the twist. Lengthen your spine again so it's nice and long. Notice where that makes you clench up. Does it make you clench your butt muscles? Relax them. Pull your left shoulder in towards your body, stretch your right shoulder away, taking big breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Trying to lengthen your spine as you twist it. This is really nice detox in addition to being a lower back twist. Wringing out your internal organs, kind of like your spine is a wash rag and you're trying to rinse out or squeeze out all the water. Take one more big breath in before we start to sink down. So you might want to walk your hands a little farther and maybe start to lower your elbows down, maybe not. Maybe releasing your head down to feel a stretch in your spine. We're keeping it upright. It just really depends. We all have such different experiences in our bodies based on past injuries and lifestyle. So really feel what feels good for you and find the spot where it feels really like a good, nice, juicy twist where you're not feeling pain. We've got about 2 more breaths here. So in yoga, we always operate in a pain-free range of motion. Sensation is good. Strong sensation is better. But we shy away from the pain. So the moment you feel a new pain, you back out. Sometimes we come to class with pain and we're dealing with that, but don't create any new pain. Slowly, if your head is down, rise it up. Start to walk your hands gently back towards your body. Rotate towards the front of your mat. Straighten yourself out. Bend your knees. 2 rounds of arching up for the inhale, arching up and back. Exhale, curving your spine. Maybe squeeze your legs up even closer to you and curl in. 1 more round, inhaling to lengthen in a big back bend arch. Exhale, curling forward into yourself. From here, release up to seated. Cross your legs and just roll forward onto your hands and knees. So find yourself towards the center of your mat. Knees are under hips, hands are under shoulders. And just let your hips sway a little from side to side. And then any free movement here. So I like to do cats and cows. It's the same motion we were doing. Inhaling, belly down, tail and gaze up. Exhale, tuck your tail, tuck your chin, poof up your shoulders. And then make a little bit of curiosity bring some curiosity into your movement. Maybe swirl your hips around through space. One more long, slow breath in this kind of free movement. And then we'll drop our elbows down to where our hands were. So you can bring your hands gently to prayer position and let your pinkies rest on the mat. Walk your hips back or your knees back a little bit and start to, with your hips way up in the air, start to bring your torso down towards the floor. So your chest first, maybe your chin and your head are on, chin or forehead are on the mat. Release your palms, stretch your hands farther, palms down onto the floor. Let your torso hang heavier. Tail is pushing up towards the sky, belly is kind of sucked in, and heart towards the floor. You can sway a little from side to side here. Keep pressing your palms onto the ground so your arms are active and protected. Hug your shoulders away from your head. Slowly raise your head, walk your hands back towards your hip body a little, hips to heels, devotional pose. So it's basically child's pose with your arms forward, like a prayer. Push your palms gently into the ground to encourage your hips farther back. Let your belly hang on your legs and forehead comes to the ground. So maybe this means that your hips are higher up off of your heels. That's okay too. Stretch your fingers forward, dig your fingers into the mat and pull back as if you were trying to pull the front of your mat towards you. Start to walk your right hand over to the right. Bring your left hand over as well. Place your left hand on top of your right hand. Set your hips back down. Let your head hang towards the floor or rest on your arm. And just start to feel a big, long stretch across your left side body. Breathing deep into it. Feeling your ribcage expand. And relax on the exhalations. Slowly walk your hands back towards center. Rise up onto your hands and knees. One round of cats and cows here, just to let your spine come back to center again. Sink your hips towards your heels. Let your torso hang down heavy. Walk your left hand to the left. Place your right hand on top of your left. Sit your hips down to the right. Let your head relax. And breathe into the big, long side body stretch. On an exhale, start to release. Walk your hands back towards center. Inhale up to tabletop. Exhale into cat pose. Inhale to cow pose. And one more cat. From here, walk your hands forward, one handprint, curl your toes under. Find your way to down dog. Hips are up and back, heels hang heavy. And just take a moment, walk out your dog, relax your head. Bend and straighten your knees one at a time. Pull the backs of your thighs towards the back of the room. Pull your heart towards your thighs. Let your head relax. Ground down through your fingers instead of your palms. Big breath in through the nose and then out through your mouth like lion's breath. And do that twice. Bring your knees to the floor. Keep your right knee where it is. And then step your left foot forward into a lunge. Pull your hips back and forth a couple times. Inhaling your hips back. Exhaling your hips forward. And then sink into the lunge. Make sure that your heel is under your knee. Curl your back toes under. Raise your back leg. Inhale your arms forward and up into crescent lunge. And just sink into it. Keep your right hip pulling forward and in. Sink down. Hug your belly in, shoulders stack over hips. Stretch your hands up towards the sky. And on an exhale, give yourself a little back bend. Arch your back, bring your elbows back and in, gaze towards the sky. Inhaling back up to center. And then we'll find warrior two on the exhale. That just means back heel comes in, sink into the lunge, arms come out to T. And pause here for a moment, check out your stance. You should be able to draw a line from your heel, your left heel, back through your right arch of your foot. Front knee stacks over ankle. And then we'll do exalted warrior. So what that means is you bring your right hand back behind you onto your sacrum so that your hand is right on your sacrum. You're gonna inhale your left arm into a fist in front of you with your elbow belt bent. And as you exhale, punch it up towards the sky like you're throwing a thunderbolt up towards the ceiling. Keep your hand engaged. Nice, strong fist. Keep pushing up strongly as you pull your shoulder down. Really feel your whole arm pull with your right shoulder back. Sink into your lunge a little more. Ground down through the pinky toe edge of your right foot. Keep breathing. Keep punching that lightning bolt up towards the sky, an exalted warrior. With your next inhalation, take a big breath in, start to release your hand. Exhale, arms to T. Straighten your front leg and hinge forward. When you get as far as you can with a straight back, pull your right shoulder and right hip back, and then tick-tock your arms. Left arm down to 6 o'clock, right arm up to 12. From here, you are trying to stack your right shoulder over your left shoulder. So you don't need to get your hand all the way down to the ground. That can compromise the integrity of your spine. Pull up instead. Keep a straight spine all the way from your tailbone through the crown of your head. Keep breathing. You can be gazing towards the floor or the ceiling. With your next inhalation, pull yourself back up and exhale into warrior two. Inhale to straighten your legs. Rotate all of your toes towards the long edge of your mat. I'm going to have to turn around here. So you're in a wide-legged stance, Prasarita Padottanasana. Take a big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Hands can come to shins or ankles. Inhale to come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Soften your knees. One more time like that, inhaling to come all the way, or halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Sweep your arms wide. Inhale with a nice straight spine, come all the way back up to standing. From here, just take your right toes, sink into warrior two. Right toes towards the front of your mat. Again, check out your stance. Make sure that your knee is about stacked over your heel or ankle, and that you have those straight line from your right heel back through your left arch of your foot. Start to bring your left arm back behind your sacrum, fingers pointing towards your right hip. Pull back with your left shoulder. Take a big inhale as you bring your elbow bent and make a strong fist. As you exhale, punch that hand up towards the sky. Sink in down with your hips as you push up with your hand. Nice strong fist, really pushing up with your arm as you pull your shoulder down. Gazing towards the sky. Ground down evenly through both feet. Keep breathing through your nose. Arm is engaged, really strong, pushing up as you pull your left shoulder back. Take one more big breath in. And as you exhale, bring your arms to warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, start to reach forward with a nice straight spine. Keep yourself squared, so hips and shoulders are squared towards the long edge of your mat. And then tuck your arms, left arm up, right arm down. Gaze can be up towards the sky or towards the floor. Inhaling to lengthen your spine, exhaling, maybe you hinge farther, but you're not curving your spine. You're really keeping nice, long and straight. Core is strong. Left shoulder is stacked over right shoulder. Hips and shoulders are squared towards the long edge of your mat. Keep breathing. You can always support yourself with your hand on your shin or thigh. Can you slow down your breath here? On your next inhalation, pull yourself back up to T. Rotate all of your toes towards the long edge of your mat. Bring your hands back to clasp behind your sacrum. So I will demonstrate from the back. You want your hands interlaced. Try to keep your palms towards each other. Shrug your elbows and shoulders back and start to stretch your arms down, trying to keep your palms together. So really firm grip with all of your fingers. Big breath in. Exhale, hinge forward, halfway. Shift your weight forward into the balls of your feet so that your heels are light. Engage your thighs, engage your core. Start to stretch your arms, creating a little space between your sacrum and your hands. Take one more big breath in, and as you exhale, hinge forward with a straight spine. Try to keep that spine straight. Rotate your thighs in towards each other to keep your weight forward and strong. From here, try to make a little more space between your hips and your hands. Maybe if you have really open shoulders, you can start to bring your hands up. Sink your head down farther. Protect your elbows by just putting a small bend in them so you don't hyperextend. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. Soften your knees. Let your head relax. Keep pulling your hands away from you towards the wall behind you or towards the ceiling. Stay for one more big breath in and a big breath out. And then gently pull yourself up to standing. Relax your arms. Shrug your shoulders. Sweep your arms wide to T. Let them come up. Palms touch at the top. And as you exhale, step one foot to the other and bring your hands down. From here, shrug your shoulders up, back, and down. Roll your neck. How different does that feel than it did the first time you did that today? Shift your weight into your right foot. Bring your hands to your heart. We'll go into a quick Vrikshasana, one on each side, for just a couple breaths. So kickstand with your left foot. So your left heel comes to your right ankle. Engage your standing leg. Start to slide your foot up to your calf. Make sure that you're focusing on something that is still. And I like to recommend that it's eye level or higher. If you look down, you go down. You want to stay up, look up. Keep breathing nice and slow through your nose. You can even slide your foot past your knee if you like, to your thigh. Ooh, maybe fall over, that's okay, just start again. Ground down through your standing leg over and over. Keep reaching up through the crown of your head. Soften your shoulders. If you're like me and you're having a hard time balancing today, just kickstand with your foot. This is more about the balance and finding stillness than it is about going real far. Hugging your midsection in towards the core also helps with balance. Stay for one more big breath in. Release on an exhale. Shake out your arms, shake out your legs. Twist a little from side to side. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I'm crackling everywhere. Ankles, shoulders, knees. Come back towards center. With your weight even in both feet, bring your hands to your heart. And then stillness, bring stillness back into your body instead of that swirling sensation that we just created. Calm it down. Big breath in through the nose. Big breath out through the mouth. Shift your weight into your left foot and kickstand with your right. Find your focal point, something to keep your eyes softly focused on. And then start working into your tree on this side. So maybe your foot comes up to your calf. Maybe it goes past your calf to your thigh, but wherever you're at, you really want to avoid putting pressure on your standing knee. Find some stillness wherever that means for you. Lengthen through your spine. Push down through your standing leg and reach up through the crown of your head. Notice if you're arching your back and try to knit your bottom ribs in just a little towards your hip bones. Keep your core strong. Extra yogi bonus points here is if you can turn up the corners of your mouth. Stay for one more big breath in. Exhale, release your foot to the floor. Release your hands. Close your eyes. Let your palms shine forward a little so you feel an opening across your collarbone or heart space. Soften your knees and take a couple rounds of breath again like we did at the beginning of class. So imagine the circle starting. Inhaling in through the crown of your head, down through your throat, down through your torso, out through the root. Exhaling forward, around, up, and back in. Inhaling in through the crown, soften your jaw, filling up your ribs and torso. Exhale. The energy moves forward, around, up, and back in. Inhaling. Continue this breath for just a couple more moments. Soften your knees. Stretch up through the crown. You can do this with a smile on your face also. Maybe you can even keep that smile on your face for the next 2 full slow breaths, which are going to be longer and slower than any so far. And when your next inhalation starts, just begin to sweep your arms wide, wiggle your fingers as they go. You can blink your eyes open if you like, or keep them closed. Exhaling your hands nice and slow down in front of your face, down through your heart space, releasing forward and down. Inhaling again, arms wide, palms touch at the top. At the end of this inhalation, though, we'll do a little back bend. Exhale, heart to the sky, gaze up, chin up. Inhaling, hands back up. Interlace your fingers. As you exhale, ground down through your feet. And then again, inhale to reach up, and we're just going to arch over to the right as we exhale, and stay here for the next couple breaths. Really feel length across your left side body. Reaching your fingertips maybe to point towards the corner of the wall behind you. When your next inhalation comes, come up through the center, and just another back bend for release as you exhale. Inhaling up through center, interlace your fingers, awkward thumb on top this time. And as you exhale, arch over to the left. Shrug your shoulders away from your ears as you keep breathing nice and slow. Push your hips to the right, fingers stretching far to the left. Another inhalation brings you back up through center. Swan dive forward as you exhale, nice and slow. Hands come to shins, inhale for the partial lift. Exhale, forward fold, and just dangle for a moment. Soften your knees, relax your head. Shake it yes, shake it no, shake it maybe. Let it go. Bring your weight forward into the balls of your feet so your heels are light. Maybe even soften your knees and see if you can push your hips up towards the sky as you let your torso just relax forward. Have your belly button towards your spine for protection of your lower back. Sway a little from side to side.
We're gonna come up nice and slow. Bend your knees first. Tuck your tail, tuck your chin, roll up one vertebra at a time as you slowly straighten your legs, and then you slowly stack your spine. When you get up, shrug your shoulders up, back, and down. Inhale, arms up high, palms touch. Exhale, hands down to heart. Close your eyes as they pass. And just pause here. One more time, turn up the corners of your mouth. And come to terms with being more upright and ready to face the rest of the day. Again, feel the little energy that you've created around your yoga space. And you take that calmness and energy that you have cultivated here, and bring it inside. Let it live inside of you so that when you go out into the world, outside of your little yoga bubble, you carry it with you, making you buoyant, calm, and peaceful. And then just go have a good rest of your day. Namaste.